said I got status now. Moose.
E for One, Entertainment for One podcast. Thank you for watching. I'm Anthony, and by now, if you're tapped into hip hop, and if you're tapped into what's going on in the culture in general over the last 24 hours, you've seen the video with hip hop. We can call him hip hop legend, who started a movement in the 90s, the Duck Down movement. We saw the video of Buckshot Shorty of the legendary hip hop group Black Moon, being mercilessly beat down in his home city town of Brooklyn, New York, that is. The video is crazy disturbing. It's one of those things to where I'm not even gonna use it in a thumbnail for my vid, and I'm definitely not even gonna play it, just because you have to use your human compass when it comes to situations like this. And regardless if he was, involved in hip hop, or if he was just a regular person working a regular job on the street, there's really no reason at all for anybody to be beaten like he was beaten. I can think of some reasons why someone should be put on display like that, but I'm pretty sure any of the reasons that come to my head wouldn't describe Buckshot, or something. I can't even speak on the circumstances of what led to that, because all we saw was the video. I can't think of Buckshot doing something that would seriously cause him to get beat down like that. From all accounts, from people that know him personally, they've said that he was the nicest guy, nothing but complimentary things that have been said about him over the last 24 hours. So the events that led up to him getting like literally beat to, we see some wild ish out here on TikTok, X, Instagram, but like I didn't even want to watch the video, because Buckshot was, growing up in the early 90s, Buckshot was one of those. Buckshot was a part of a movement. He brought so much to the game of hip hop. And he introduced us to so many people in hip hop that became legendary, like Sean Price and Helter Skelter, and the list goes on and on of the people that he helped in hip hop by founding his record label, Duck Down Records. People he signed to Duck Down Records. One of my favorite hip hop lyricists, MC Sky Zoo, was once on Duck Down. So I've never seen somebody get beat up like that and just look so helplessly just out of it. I think we can dwell on the video and how he looked, and that video was so disturbingly crazy. Just to see anybody just get laid out like that and put down like that, that's something that you just don't see scrolling through social media every day. I don't know what you follow, what sites you follow, or who you following, but maybe you do, but I don't, because I choose not to put myself in that algorithms of fight videos and beat down videos and all of that other type of ish. But the bigger question is, and I'm not gonna make this video super long, but for me at least, and I was thinking about this yesterday on how, if I should even talk about this, approach it, or even act like it's something that is worthy of me putting out there in the atmosphere. But what Buck should have never been in that situation, right? He's in his hometown of Flatbush, Brooklyn, I think it was. That's his hometown. The bigger question for me is, why was Buck at 49 years old, 49, 50 years old, still on the block, moving the way he was moving? We all know in hip hop, there is no insurance. There is no health insurance in hip hop. There are no 401ks or dental plans or medical plans in hip hop. And, everybody that is associated with Buck pretty closely have said like, over the last couple of years, or for some times, he's going through some health issues, or maybe some mental issues, or just some issues of stability issues. he should have never been put in that situation to where after being in the music industry for 30 years that you back in the same neighborhood that you fought or tried to get out of, that you were in 30 years ago, you still in that same place, you know, on in the streets like that, moving like that. You know, there's nothing wrong with living in your home city, your hometown of Brooklyn. There's nothing wrong with that. But why was he on the block? Just why was he put in that situation? You know what I mean? And in the looks of the video, I mean, he not only did he look pretty disturbed. I mean, the video, he looked very disturbing, but he looked like he wasn't in the best of, just by the way he looked, he just looked like he shouldn't have been in that situation. He just looked like he wasn't in the best of upkeeping. That's what I'm trying to say. You could just tell by the clothes that he was wearing. He had a hoodie on, he had some fatigues on, he had some, I think he had some Converse sneakers on. You know, he was almost dressed like it was 1994, 1995. You know, if you Google Buckshot's net worth, I'm pretty sure, and I tried to do the math in my head last night, I'm pretty sure Buck is at least, his net worth at one point in time, I'm pretty sure it's not that now, but at one point in time, Buckshot's net worth was at least $1 million or $2 million. I'm assuming, and of course that doesn't sound like a lot of money to most of us, and to some people. To me, 100,000 is quite a nice little sum of change. But for your net worth to be $1 million or $2 million, I don't know. Let's say back at your peak in like the late 90s, when you had your record label and you was moving and shaking somewhat in the hip hop music industry on the hip hop side. That's a nice sum of money to invest. To build off of that $1 million or $2 million. His net worth might have been even more than that at one point. But there's no reason for what got Buck to that situation to where he was on the block, leaving himself susceptible to getting hands put on him like that at 50 years old. You know, at 50 years old, shit, you're not even gonna see me right now on the block. There's no reason for me to be in the streets like that. I mean, no reason. So, I mean, and this is not to put the blame or the onus on Buck at all, because it's not his fault. It's just sad, man. It just brings about so much discussion that has nothing to do with him actually getting beat down like that. So much can be bring to the table about, you know, why wasn't he protected? Why was he in the situation he was in? Why didn't he get the necessary help? Why doesn't he have the ability to not put himself in that situation to where he getting touched by people like that? You know, why don't whoever did this to him have enough respect for him to realize that not only is this somebody that's legendary hip hop, let's just put all the music ish aside, but this is a human being. Like, for a human being to get beat down like this, and this kind of goes up to tie into my point earlier that I was trying to make. For a human being to get beat down merciless like this in the street and looking like that, you would have to seriously do something very, very harmful to someone. I'm talking about really, that was like a vengeful act that somebody put on him. Like, you would have literally thought that he did something heinously serious to somebody, or got caught breaking in somebody's house, stealing this. I mean, you could think of 1,000 different reasons why somebody would even get hands put on them like that. But from all accounts, I'm pretty sure that wasn't in Buckshot's character to be that person to deserve getting hands put on him like that. I don't know. Leave a comment in the comment section if you like. Go ahead and definitely do that. I kind of want to feel a vibe for what everybody else is kind of feeling in the hip hop community, in the music community, that actually, you know, are tapped into what happened, and who Buckshot is, and Black Moon, and where he came from, and all of that. Smith & Wesson, OGC. I mean, man, like, where was his comrades at, you know, to tell him to help him out, and somebody that at least have his back, or try to tap into his ear and let him know that, bro, you got to move a little bit better. Thank you for watching the Entertainment for One podcast. Make sure you subscribe, and I'll check y'all later. Peace.
A man of many trades, true player in the game. Put your number in my phone so I can hit same. Stars from